Hey guys, Ted here with another Monday Minute. I decided to go ahead and break up the out-of-pocket protection plan and the Manhattan Life's Affordable Choice plan into two separate videos just for the sake of time. So today I'm going to focus on the out-of-pocket protection plan, which is made to be a supplemental plan to other existing insurance. And like I mentioned last week, it's a great option whenever either you have to go with a high deductible plan for the sake of price, or actually as well if you have insurance through your employer, but let's say you only have one or two options and those options have a $3,000 $5,000 deductible, and even if you could pay more for a lower deductible plan, you don't really have any other options. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a live quote. As you can see here, I have a quoting tool directly with Manhattan Life that I can also send to you if you wanted to run your own quotes as well. And if you have any questions, as always, just let me know. Either leave a comment or reach out to me. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use a generic 79605 zip code here in Abilene. I'm going to do a family of 4. Let's say that the parents are in their 30s. Let me go ahead and just get that put in real quick. House. Let's say they have 2 kids, 15 and 10. That in there. And while I'm getting all that put up as well, let me go ahead and mention the way this works. Really, most people are familiar with like the AFLAC plan that's offered a lot of times at their employers, where if you trip and fall, you have something come up, it pays out money directly to you. And no, this is not exactly like the AFLAC plan, but it kind of does work the same in the sense that it pays based off of certain situations that happen. And unless you assign the benefits to your provider, basically just meaning that you want them to pay the provider directly, it does actually pay the money directly to you. So you would file your claim and you would get reimbursed based off of the benefits that it provides. And as you can see here, the very first option to choose from is the inpatient hospital confinement benefit. This is actually a per day benefit, and in Texas it goes up to 31 days per benefit period. And as you can see, it's either going to give you $100 per day if you're inpatient in the hospital, or $200 per day. And really, if you look at it, it's only a couple dollars more a month to get the $200. So we're going to go ahead and use that here. And probably the best benefit is going to be the first hospital admission benefit, And basically what that is your very first hospital admission per benefit period. It is going to give you that bigger chunk of money. So you can see here from $2,500 to $6,350. And again, if you have that $3,000, $5,000 deductible, and that's definitely something that you would have trouble paying if you were ever admitted to the hospital, you can have at least $2,500 of that money paid for you in those instances. So we'll go ahead and use that one for today's example. $2,500, tax on another $20.99 a month. And if you had a deductible that's even higher, let's just say $7,000 deductible, you can get that higher option as well. It's going to come at a higher price, but the option is available. The next one is going to be the emergency accident benefit. Now this one, again, specifically for Texas, is going to cover up to 4 per year. This is accident related. So let's just say you trip and fall, break your leg, whether you get treated in urgent care or in an emergency room, it is actually going to pay $250 per visit on that. So that would be a nice chunk of money that can be coming your way too, that would help you with those high hospital bills, with those high deductible plans. And then lastly is going to be your outpatient surgery benefit. This is optional, so if you didn't want to tack on that extra $33 plus per month, then you could leave that off. But to be honest, it definitely can be worth it if you have, say you need to get your tonsils removed or just some type of outpatient surgery that's going to come up throughout the year. Even if you go with $1,000, you got the high deductible. $1,000 can definitely come in handy to help you pay for it, especially with a lot of surgery centers, just knowing from experience, do require an upfront payment of some sort. So knowing that $1,000 is going to come your way once you file your claim, that definitely could help out as well. And using that again for today's example, as you can see, that takes you to about $117 per month. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, that's still a pretty good chunk of money. $117 is still $117. Yes, that's true, and I definitely get it. But when you're facing those high deductibles, I mean, if you need these benefits and it brings you that extra 2,500, $1,000, or even $250 whenever these instances come up, that can definitely be a lifesaver whenever you're faced with those high costs. So again, this is meant to be supplemental, whether you have an active plan through healthcare.gov or whether you have an employer plan. This kind of opens up those options for you. Instead of having to pay, a couple $100 more a month for a lower deductible plan, you can just tack this on and pair it up with a high deductible plan to help offset those high deductibles. Or it also gives you another option. Speaking, if you have group insurance and let's say you only have one or two options, you're choosing between a $3,000, $5,000 deductible, which is what I'm hearing is so common nowadays. This will give you another option to kind of help offset those costs as well. And next week, we'll go over Manhattan Life's Affordable Choice Plan, which is an alternative to ACA insurance or even group insurance. It has a lot of similarities, but a lot of differences that you probably won't be familiar with. So we'll try our best to keep the video short. I know today's ran a little bit longer, but we'll try to go over as much as we can in as little as possible. And if you have, further questions or you want to dig a little bit deeper, just let me know. Give me a call, 325-261-7211. I'll be glad to help you. So let TED Coverage get you covered.